Hey there, it's Sam the Credit Frog, and the annual fee for my American Express Platinum Card just posted. It was actually kind of a nice surprise since the annual fee turned out to be $550 instead of the increased fee of $695, which is what I was expecting, but hey, no complaints here. Since my annual fee posted, I wanted to see if there was some kind of retention offer that I could get to keep my card open for the next year. As much as I like the Platinum Card, there are many different versions of the card, each with their own unique benefits, such as the Business Platinum, the Charles Schwab Platinum, and the Morgan Stanley Platinum Cards. I know that I'm going to keep at least one Platinum Card long term, but I'm not sure if the regular AMEX Platinum will be my long-term Platinum Card, as the other versions have better features. For example, the Charles Schwab Platinum Card allows a cash-out redemption of 1.1 cent per point, and the Morgan Stanley Platinum offers a free authorized user, which is a $175 value, as well as an engagement bonus of $695 that can help offset the annual fee. I think it's really important to always think about asking for a retention offer after your card anniversary when your annual fee posts, because the credit card companies definitely want to keep you as a customer as long as possible. And so they may offer you an incentive to continue using their product. And the only way you'll know if you have an offer is if you ask. At the very worst, they simply will just say, no, sorry, we don't have a retention offer on your account right now, and then at least you'll know the answer, and you'll be able to make an informed decision about whether or not you'll be keeping the card for the next year. In this video, I'm going to share with you my chat with American Express asking for a retention offer, including what I said and how I said it, and hopefully this can provide another data point to help you navigate how to ask for a retention offer when the time comes for you. Above all else, it's always important to be polite and be respectful throughout the conversations, as doing these things can make a big difference. Before we get to the chat, I wanted to mention a few stats about myself and my Platinum Card. This is my first time asking for a retention offer from American Express. The offer by American Express was in April of 2022, and the spend I put on the card over the past 12 months was about $20,000. Okay, so with that being said, let's jump right in. So here we are in my American Express homepage, and the first thing that I wanted to do was to open up the chat window. I started off this chat in a very straightforward way, which I think is the best way to go about this. And I just made it very clear that I was looking for a retention offer. I said, hi, I just noticed that my annual fee for my Platinum Card just posted to my account. I was thinking of canceling the card and wanted to know if there were any retention offers available to help me make a decision. After that, there were some brief automated chat messages, including this one down here that said, let me check retention offers for you, which I thought was pretty interesting since I've seen other chats where they were redirected to a dedicated retention offer team. But it turns out it was a false alarm, because they replied with, thank you for sharing the details. Let me transfer this chat to our retention team for more available retention offers on your account. They will surely help you with this. So that's good. We're getting referred to the correct department. Always a good start. They then follow up with, hi Stanley, sorry to hear that you are contemplating to cancel your card account. We value your membership. First of all, thank you for 17 years of membership with us. I want to thank you for your loyalty to American Express. You are a valued customer, and we appreciate your business. They then wanted to explain how they enhanced the Platinum Card and how it could benefit me. The first question they asked was, to understand your card needs, may I know if you have any upcoming travel between now and the end of the year? I replied with, yes, I think I have one trip planned, but I'm traveling much less this year, which is why I'm considering canceling the card. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get as much value from it this year. And this is something that has been true for me since the year started. I've had much less trip planned for the remainder of the year as compared to last year, and as a result, I actually really wouldn't be able to get as much value from the card. They go on to say that the new travel benefits bring the card's travel value up to $879 annually. They then list all the travel credits, including the $200 FHR credit, the $179 Clear credit, the $200 Uber credit, the $200 travel credit, which, by the way, is not actually a travel credit. What they're actually referring to is the travel incidental credit, which is much more limiting, and the $100 TSA PreCheck and Global Entry credit. They also follow up with the $240 digital entertainment credit, $300 Equinox credit, and Global Dining Access by Resi. After listing all of these benefits, they ask, considering all these benefits, wouldn't you like to keep the Platinum Card open? I responded with, those are good travel benefits, but as I'm not traveling as much this year, I can't take much advantage from them. I usually stay at hotels outside the FHR program, my home airport does not have lounge access, and I already have TSA PreCheck. And then follow up with, I also don't live near an Equinox and don't really use Resi for dining reservations, so I'm still really on the fence about keeping the Platinum Card open at this time. They reply with, I see, followed by, I have a special offer available for you. Okay, now we're talking. They then follow up with, because you are such a valued card member, you can earn 40,000 membership rewards points after you spend $3,000 or more on purchases on your Platinum Card account within 3 months of accepting this offer. The 40,000 membership rewards points will be credited to your account 8 to 12 weeks after the purchase requirement has been met. This is our way of saying, thank you for keeping your Platinum Card account open today. Now for me, I'm pretty happy with that offer, and I'll explain why in a moment. So I reply with, that sounds great. I would definitely like to take that offer and keep my Platinum Card open. After that, the retention team representative sends me a few disclosures to which I agree to in order to seal the deal. I'm not going to bore you with all the disclosures, but I will mention that the one thing that you must not do after agreeing to getting this retention offer is that you must keep your card open for at least the next 12 months. Otherwise, American Express reserves the right to revoke all your membership rewards points and potentially cancel all of your accounts and put you on their blacklist. So definitely keep that card open for at least the next 12 months. So that was my retention offer. The entire conversation with the retention team took only about 20 minutes, and as you could see, it was a pretty easy conversation to navigate. It's important to stay ambivalent in these conversations to give you as much bargaining power as possible, and when asked about why you're thinking about canceling the card, just be direct about your reasons, and a good starting point would be any lifestyle or spending changes that would prevent you from getting as much value from the card. Now, I heard of some data points where some people have received 55,000 membership rewards points for the same $3,000 in spend in the first 3 months, which is a better offer than what I got. Even though I would have liked that offer, I think 40,000 points is still very generous, and I was happy to take that offer, especially since the only cost to me was 20 minutes of my time, and I wouldn't have to go back another day and ask for a retention offer again with no guarantee that would have been there. What's nice about asking for a retention offer is that you'll know what the card issuer can offer you, and you can make an informed decision about whether to keep the card open or to just cancel the card and move on. So I always recommend asking for a retention offer if you're deciding on whether or not you want to cancel your credit card. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like before you go to let me know you like this kind of content, consider subscribing, and definitely hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our weekly content. My name is Sam with the Credit Frog. Have a great one, and I'll see you in the next video.